Today we are on lesson 6.9, which really we're not going to do a lot out of the actual lesson. We're going to be taking this day to review a bit. So our goal is to review the order of operations, PEMDAS, to review operations with fractions, so specifically dividing fractions we'll be looking at today, and operations with integers, our positive and negative numbers. All right, so looking at your assignment, you have a review that you're working on today, and I want to start by looking at number 8 on your packet. Number 8, you have 1 1/5, and then there's a comma, which means to divide, so I'll just put our division sign, divided by 4. So what we need to do here, we're dividing our mixed number and a whole number, but we know that we can turn these into fractions to make this work for us. So I'm going to use a different color here. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, so now we have 6/5. Keep, change. Now this would have been 4 over 1. I need to flip that. So now I have 6/5 times 1/4, which gives me 6/20. And if I simplify that, I can divide them by 2, so I would have 3/10. As you're showing your work, which you need to do on this assignment, make sure that you draw a box around your answer, and there is a line on the packet too, so you should be able to do that there. All right, moving on, I don't think we need to do a lot of review with that, but we're gonna look at the next page, and on this page, right at the top, it says just solve, and then you can see like number 12, we have 4/7 times what equals 1. This is where we are thinking about our awesome reciprocals. We know that reciprocals, anything times its reciprocal will equal 1, and we know that a reciprocal, you are simply, trying to fix my eye there, you are simply flipping your numerator and your denominator. So that would mean 7/4 would be our answer for that one, and filling it in the blank. Skipping a little further down the page, if you look at number 17, we have 23 times -12. So I'm not going to do the answer with you, but what I want to do is talk about multiplying positive and negative numbers. So if we have positive times positive, our answer will always be positive. If we have positive times negative, our answer will always be negative. If we have negative times positive, that's the same thing as we just did, that will be negative, which leaves us with negative times negative. It's like they cancel each other out, and your answer will be positive. So right away for number 17, you know that your answer is going to be a negative number, and you need to go ahead and multiply that to find your answer. Use this to help you as you work. Now, if you have more than 2 numbers, I only gave examples using 2 numbers being multiplied here, then you would still look and say, okay, if I have an even amount of negative numbers, it will be positive. Now, if I multiplied -1 times -1 times -1, I have an odd number of negatives, which means my answer would be negative. So make sure that you're taking those things into account as well. Looking at our last page, I'm going to skip past 25 through 28. Remember, OPP simply means opposite. So if you have a positive number, the opposite would be negative. If you have a negative number, the opposite would be positive. So you know how to do that. Looking at numbers 29 through 34, you are supposed to follow the order of operations. So we're going to look at number 30. Number 30, we have 15 plus 27 divided by 3, that's what that slash means, divided, times 14. So following PEMDAS, I need to do parentheses, which I don't have, exponents, don't have, multiplication and division, and then I can see I do have division and multiplication. I'm going to go straight across, so that means I'm going to do 27 divided by 3 first, so now I'll rewrite my equation. 27 divided by 3 is 9 times 14. Now I should be doing my multiplication. 9 times 14, if we write that out over here, equals 126. Now I have 15 plus 126, which equals 141. So make sure that you're following the order of operations for these, and also if you have multiplication and division within the same problem, that you are starting at the beginning and moving left to right as you solve it. Your assignment today is Math Journal, page 233, which is a math box. Then you have your 6.7 review packet, which we started on together, and the following IXL skills to review: M2, M3, and Z1.